Yeah,
Will you actually do me a favor and hand me my phone? Okay, I'm Sierra Sellers. I'm from Pittsburgh, and I sing and write songs. I was singing in church since I was a little girl, and I had been writing songs since I was a little girl as well. Like, I have a song book in my studio from when I was like in 5th grade. But I wanted to be a gospel singer, and then I just kind of felt like I didn't have the voice for it. So I was like, I'll just sing R&B. Yeah, I mean, my sound has been a process, to be completely honest, and I'm not even 100% secure in it just yet. I feel like I have a lot of growth and a lot of room to grow, which I'm grateful being in Pittsburgh for. But I would say, if it's anything, it's more neo-soul right now, and I think it came about just being in church and then listening to music like Jill Scott, India Arie, Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, D'Angelo, yeah, all those people. Oh yeah, that was a very liberating experience for me because, you know, like, people don't think like me being like such a small scale artist, like, oh, she just puts out music because she can sing a little bit and like her shit rhymes, so it's all right. But it really is such a meaningful thing to like put this music out, and that was the first time that I put something out that I felt was genuinely me, because prior to that, people, you know, wanted to mentor me, which I was grateful for, but then instead of being my mentor, they tried to like live vicariously through me, like make this type of music, do this photo shoot, act this way, this is your brand, and none of it really was conducive to my personality or my spirit. So the Sierra Sellers EP was the first time after, you know, probably about like 2-3 years working on music and putting it out there, that I felt like I was me. So I was very pleased with that project, and I felt like it changed my path for the better.
I put this on my sister, who y'all messing with? Cause if it ain't a real one, you gon' have some regrets. He gotta be down, he better come correct. And if you stay around,
I remember writing that song, and I found the beat on YouTube, and I had like the first line of it for months written, like, I put this on my sister, but I couldn't figure out what I wanted to come next. And then one day I had just got done hanging out with the little girl who's in the video, my cousin Selah, and I was hanging out with her, and I was like, she is so smart. She just got done telling me she wanted to be a chemical engineer, and she has all these goals and ambitions, and she's only like 8. And I was like, dang, I hope nobody messes that up for her. I hope she doesn't like lose herself for somebody else and all that nonsense. So then I sat down in my room and I just started writing the rest, and it was dedicated to her. And then I wanted her in the video, and it was just like I wanted it to be a really simple video, and somehow the director, Jordan Armstrong, and I always connect on our ideas, whether it's photo shoots or videos, whatever. He's just like so talented and is very empathetic to my style and can really put himself in my shoes and see my vision. So that video was very organic and very fun, and I was dancing in the South Side and people were stopping and watching, but I didn't care. Like, I was like, this is my video, this is how I want it to be, this is how it's meant to be, and it turned out phenomenal. And then I wasn't worried about the reaction. So when everything came and people were really hyping it up, and like people started stopping me and being like, oh, Smooth is fantastic, I love that video, I was grateful, but I didn't necessarily care because I was like, oh, I just love that song myself. Like, I'm a fan of it myself, so I didn't feel like really gassed up or anything from it. It was just like I created something that I loved, and that was the coolest part. Performing, my favorite part of it is seeing the crowd react. And there's this sort of like electricity that you feel. And you can feel when the crowd isn't really like messing with you. Like, I opened up for Hardo once. No, that crowd definitely was not receptive. Like, there was no electricity in that room. I mean, there may be from like 1 or 2 people who were feeling it, but like most of the people were like, where's Hardo? But then like somewhere like Club Cafe, like that was crazy. And my most favorite show was at the Bushnell in Oakland. And that was the first time everybody was like silent. Like, I was looking around and was messing up my words. Like, is everybody all right? Like, it was that quiet. And there had to be like, I don't know, like 40, 50 heads in there. So for it to be dead silent was insane, but they genuinely were listening. And then after I was finished, it went crazy. So like that feeling where people actually hear what you are saying and can relate or just feel it, that's insane. And that's why I love performing with a live band, because then you can improvise and you can just let the music take over everything. And I really feel fearless when I'm on stage, which is very intense and awesome. I think it's great. I think that it's very slept on, to be completely honest. And I was very, like asleep, I guess, for lack of a better word, on some artists. Like My Favorite Color, his last project was phenomenal. And I know one of the producers that he works with, Jeremy Rosinger, he is incredible. The producers that I work with, they're incredible, like Aaron Karsh and Sam Contoro. Like, all these people are so talented, but nobody necessarily gives them the recognition they necessarily deserve. Linwood, who you guys just worked with, not everybody knows who he is. Benji. There's just a lot of talented people here. And I'm excited for where it's going because, people are like, all right, it's my time now. I'm going to step up. I'm going to do what I have to do to get recognized. And a lot of people aren't going to know what's going to hit them. So I'm excited for that. A lot of Anderson .Paak. A lot of Anderson .Paak right now. A lot of Sid. A lot of Smino and Masego. Yeah, that kind of music.
Do you ever listen to yourself?
Honestly, no, not really. Because I don't like to get sick of my music. Because then if I listen to it too much, I'm like, oh, I'm over this. Because, you write it, and then you have to record it, and then you have to go through mixing it. So I like my music to stay kind of new to me. So I don't listen to it that often. Only sometimes when I'm like in really deep thought and I want to revisit some things, but yeah. God only knows. And if he could tell me, that would be fantastic. But I have a feeling he's going to keep that to himself. I intend to put out a new project. I'm not sure when. And then just keep performing. And then my baby, Solstice, which is like an R&B soul concert, that's going to be happening June 30th. And that show is like legit, like my baby. I started it last year because I was graduating college and I had maybe one show booked for the entire summer. And in my head, I was like, well, I'm better than that. Like, I can do better than that, but people haven't heard me yet, so they don't know. So that was the whole reason behind Solstice, selfishly, for me and then my friends as well, to kind of have a platform where they can prove themselves. And then after Solstice, I had a show damn near every week. So that's kind of what I want to do with it, because there is like a R&B soul scene that a lot of people aren't hip to, and they need to be because it's fire. So you can just find me on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, YouTube. Just search Sierra Sellers. Should be there. If not, email me, sierrasellersmusic@gmail.com. I'll send you some links.